Hello. Today I'm going to be presenting the app that I developed and made, which is Shogi. This is a game, a Japanese traditional board game, and it's similar to that of Western or Chinese chess. It's often called Japanese chess, actually. And the idea of the game is quite similar to other forms of chess. It's a two-player game where they're versing one another, and the goal is to take as many of the opponent's pieces as you can by moving your own pieces, and then ultimately checkmate the king. To develop the app, I used React Native and also the Expo platform framework, which makes it easier for developers to develop these apps using React Native. And because it is React Native, it is also cross-platform, so it can be run on both iOS and Android. So without further ado, I'm going to present the actual app. I will put it up on screen right here for you to see, although I have it running on my phone at the moment. And there are two screens. So one is the tutorial screen where it gives the player instructions and easy to follow visuals for how each piece works and how the game flow looks like. So first, let's go into that. It's quite simple, just a list view of different things, and then it's a drop down, so if you click on one of them you can see the piece, a description, and then also a little graphic to show how each one moves. So for example, if we look at the pawn, it can move one space forward, and then it also gives some introductions on other mechanics of the game and how the pieces work. So that's that one. And then let's look at the actual play screen. So Shogi works by each player takes a turn first. So this is player one, and then I'm going to be controlling both sides for today. Although ideally you play this game with someone else who knows how to do Shogi, and so someone can make that move. For example, I can make this move, which is a mistake because now this is like a bishop, and it can travel all the way and eat this one. So one special thing about Shogi is that when one of your pieces reaches the enemy lines or the enemy rows, it is able to promote. So what a promotion does is it expands the piece's range of movement. So for example, if I promote, click a random move, and then if I look at the options that Bishop has now, usually it can only go diagonal, but now it can actually go horizontal and vertical by one step. So I'll make use of that, and I'll be eating this. Another key feature of Shogi is that you can actually take your enemy's piece and place it down on the board again as your own, and that counts as a turn. So I captured the bishop, so I can place it anywhere on the board, say there, and now it's a check because the bishop is seeing the king. So it's actually quite interesting compared to other forms of chess because this is a huge, opens up a lot of different strategies and flexibility in what you can do in the game. And then this is what it looks like when there's a checkmate. So you're allowed to either make a new game or go back to the home screen. So looking at the app, if you click on a square or a piece, it will highlight it, and then it will also show the available moves. So there's no way for you to make an illegal move, and all the logic is coded correctly so that all the pieces move in the way that they should be doing. And you can also press undo, and then it will actually undo the turn for you. So the reason that I wanted to create this game was because I find that a lot of the current shogi apps in the market are in Japanese, and they're not very beginner friendly because they don't include things like tutorials, or if they do, it is in Japanese. So I wanted to create an app that is both beginner friendly, so has tutorials, has the undo button, and shows the player what available moves they can make, for example, such that players who are new to shogi can also get into it. And I also wanted to make an app that was in English so that a more international audience who may not have heard of shogi before, may not know how to play it, would be able to play it. So that was my main motivation for making this app. and I would say that all the logic and all the implementation is sound, and it is a full two-player shogi game. Um, yes. So in all, that was my app, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.